Hello my loves, we are going to be doing about a 30-minute flow. I was going to say this morning, but now I'm just going to get everyone to come all the way down onto the mat. We're just going to swing our legs around, just coming all the way down to lying down. We're just going to start off by warming up our core. But first, we're just going to find a bit of a stretch here. So reaching our right leg long, we're going to hug our left knee in, nice and tight to our chest. Bring it across the body, grab on with that right hand, reach the left arm nice and long, find a big twist here. Big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's find 2 more deep breaths here, in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Last one, big inhale. Exhale through the mouth. We're just going to bring that leg back through center, reach it nice and long, hugging the right knee in now, nice and tight into the chest. And then grabbing on with that left hand, reach the right arm nice and long, find that big twist, bring that knee across the body. Look towards the right fingertips, big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's find 2 more big deep breaths here, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last one, all the way in. Exhale, side out. Just coming through center. I'm just going to get you guys to pop one hand down to the belly, one hand to the heart space. We're just going to find 2 deep breaths here, in through the nose. Down to the belly, into the sides of the rib cage. And then exhale through the mouth. Last one, breathe even deeper. Sigh all of that air out, feel the belly button sink down towards the spine. Alrighty guys, when you're ready, we're going to walk our feet in towards our bum. Try to bring the heels so that they're nice and close. And then we're just going to bring our hands behind our head, interlace our fingers, making a little basket for our head. So we want our head to be nice and supported by our hands. Elbows are nice and wide. We're going to find a big inhale to prepare. With our exhale, can we start to tuck chin to chest, start to curl up, press our lower back down to the mat, slide our ribs towards the top of our hip bones. And then inhale to lay all the way down. We exhale, curl up, find that press of the lower back down to the mat. Inhale, lay all the way down. Maybe you come through neutral a little bit as you release. And then we tuck through the tailbone, slide the bottom of the rib cage towards the top of the hips, peel the shoulder blades up and off the mat. Beautiful guys. Let's work through a few more chest lifts like this. Exhale, curl up. We inhale to lay all the way down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale to lay all the way down. Let's stay here for 3 more. Curl up. We lay all the way back down. Beautiful guys. Last 2. Curl up. Inhale, lay all the way down. Let's add on, next time we curl up, we hold. We're going to reach the arms long, curl a little bit higher. Hands come back behind the head. We inhale, lay all the way down. We exhale, curl up, reach, grow a little taller. Hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. So finding that little pause at the top, we reach, curl high, a little bit of tension. Hands come back behind the head, then we lay all the way down. So taking that moment to pause at the top adds more load as we reach those hands back behind our head. Then we lay all the way down. Let's stay here for 5 more rounds like this. Hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Here for 4. Curl up. Reach. Hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Here for 3. Curl. Reach. Grow taller. Hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Last 2. Curl up. Reach. Hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. We curl up. Reach. Can we start to find some little pulses here? We pulse for 6, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, hold, 5. Can we come up a little bit taller into that chest lift? 4, 3, can we curl a little higher? 2, and 1. Lay all the way down. Beautiful guys. Hands are coming back behind the head. And then we're going to float one leg at a time up into tabletop. I just want you to find a little tuck through the tailbone first, press the lower back down. Then float the left leg up, followed by the right leg. Beautiful. Once we're here, we're finding an inhale to prepare. With our exhale, let's find that chest lift again. We curl up. Inhale to lay all the way down. We exhale, curl up. Inhale to lay all the way down. Let's stay here for 6. For 5. Let's find 4 more like this. Curl up. Lay all the way down. Here for 3. We lay all the way down. Curl up. 2. Lay all the way down. On our last one, we curl up, hold. Again, can we reach those arms? They come back behind our head. We lay all the way down. Curl up, reach. Hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Let's stay here for 6. Curl up, reach. Hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Let's find 2 more. Curl up, reach. Hands come back behind the head. Last one, we curl up, reach. Can we reach our left leg long? Back to tabletop, right leg long. Back to tabletop, hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Let's keep working through this combo in your own time. We curl up, reach. Left leg reaches long. Back to tabletop, right leg reaches long. Back to tabletop, hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Let's go for 4 more like this. Curl up, reach. One leg extends. Back to tabletop. Other side. Back to tabletop, hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Last 2 more rounds. Curl up, reach. Left leg, back in. Right leg, back in. Hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Let's go 2 more. Curl up, reach. One leg reaches long. Back to tabletop. Other side. Back to tabletop. Hands come back behind the head. We lay all the way down. Last one. We curl up. Reach. We're just going to keep working through those legs. Keep that height. Hands can come back behind the head if you need a little bit more support for the neck. We're here for 6. Here for 5. Reach. Pull it in. For 4. For 3, last 2, finding our last 1, pull it into tabletop, hands come back behind the head, little pulses up and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in, find a gentle rock, side to side. Beautiful work, guys. Straight away, we're gonna roll over onto our left side. Now, we can either be up on our forearm. If you're up on that forearm, I want you to make sure you're not dropping into the shoulder. So we're really pressing out of that forearm. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down and rest my head onto my hands so I don't have anything coming into my neck. And then we're going to bring the knees forwards in line with the hips so that we've got our knees at 90 degrees. Oh my days. And then our feet are coming forward. So we've got 90 degrees at our hips and 90 degrees at our knees. Then we're going to lift up through that bottom sideways. So think about pressing that top hip away to find length here. We're just going to start to lift that leg up and then gently lower back down. We lift the top leg up, lower it down. So we're laying on our left side. We should be working through the right leg here. Lift up, lower down. Now what you can do with that right hand is pop it onto your hip, wrap that thumb around to the glute, feel the glute engage as we lift that leg up and then lower it down. I want you to think your shin is lifting parallel to the ground and we're only lifting as high as we need to engage through that right glute. We're not opening up through the hips and rolling out, right? We're just lifting up, squeeze into that right glute, gently lower down. Let's stay here for 6. Here for 5. Find that squeeze into the right glute as we lift. Last 3. Here for 2. On our next one, can we lift up, hold? Can we start to extend that leg in line with the rest of the body? We bend the knee back in, then we lower all the way down. So as we lift up, we squeeze into that right glute. We extend, squeeze that heel all the way up into the glute. Bend the knee back in, lower all the way down. So really think about finding length here. Think about pressing your heel away from the rest of the body. Squeeze up the back of the leg into the glute. Bend the knee in, lower all the way down. So we want a nice long line as we extend that leg from the heel up the leg through the rest of the torso. Beautiful. We bend the knee back in, lower down. Let's stay here for 6 more rounds like this. Really think about finding length every time we extend through that leg. Bend the knee back in, we lower down. Here for 5. Lift, extend, bend, lower down. Let's stay here for 4. Already burning. I don't know if that is just me or if it's actually hard. Let's go 3 more here. I'm already struggling and I have so many more layers. Last 2. So good, guys. On our last one, we're going to add on, we lift up, we extend. Now we're going to point the toes, sweep the leg forward. Flex toes to nose, press the leg back. Then we bend the knee in. Then we lower all the way down. Let's keep working through that. We lift, extend, press the heel away. Then we point through the toes to sweep forward. Sweep it back, flex toes to nose. We bend the knee in. We gently lower, lift, press, pointed toes, sweep forward. Find that inhale, exhale, flex toes, sweep back. We bend the knee in, lower it down. Let's stay here for 4 more rounds like this. Lift, press, pointed toes, sweep forward. Flex toes to nose to press all the way back. We bend the knee in, we lower down. Let's find 3 more rounds. Lift, press, pointed toes, sweep forward. Flex toes to nose to press back. Bend the knee in, lower down. Last 2 rounds like this. Lift, press it long. Pointed toes, sweep forward. Flex toes to nose to press back. We bend the knee in, we lower down. Ow! Lift, extend, pointed toes, sweep forward. Flex toes, press back. That was our last one. We're going to lower down for the last time. Little tap out if you need it. I sure do. We're lifting up. We're staying lifted now. We extend, sweep forward, sweep back. We bend, extend, sweep the toes forward, sweep them back. So keeping that leg lifted the whole time now. We're just working through that bend and extend, then that straight leg sweep. Keep breathing through it. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Let's stay here for 5. Extend, sweep, sweep. Okay, last 4. Almost there, guys. Bend it in, extend. Last 3. My glute. Last 2. I actually want to cry because I know what's coming. Last 1, we extend. We're keeping the leg long now. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale, press it back. Pointed toes, sweep forward. Flex toes to sweep it back. Here for 6. Breathe through it. Holy moly. My glute feels like it's going to fall off. Last 4. Last 3. Ow. Last 2. Last 1. Sweep it forward, sweep it back. Little pulses up for 5. Maybe we turn the toes down. 4, 3, 2, 2, and 1. Holy. All right. No rest for the wicked, guys. We're going to come into a 4-point kneel. So, just need to readjust slightly because I don't want anything falling anywhere. All right, let's find our 4-point kneel. Move that over. Once we're here, we're going to start to find a tricep push-up. So, little tuck through the tail here, switch on through the core. We're going to start to bring our chest all the way down, elbows come narrow, and then press all the way up. Now, you can make this more or less challenging depending on where your chest is going. So, if your chest comes straight down, it'll be a little bit lighter. If you start to bring the chest forward, it'll be a little bit heavier. So you can play with how hard this is. I want you guys to keep moving through those push-ups here as I talk you through it. Bring the chest all the way down. Press through the hands to lift the chest up. Let's stay here for 4 more like this. Inhale, down. Exhale, press it up. For 3. For 2. Last one, press all the way up, hold. We're going to extend our right leg long behind us, so that glute that we've just worked really hard. We're going to bring it up, lower it down. Lift up, squeeze up through that right glute. Tap the toes down. Lift and squeeze. Tap it down. Here for 4. For 3. Here for 2. Last one, lift it up, hold. Bring the chest down. Press all the way back up. Tap the toes down. Lift the toes up, squeeze up into that glute. Bring the chest down. Press it up. Tap it down. Let's stay here for 6. So strong, guys. Here for 5. Use that breath. Tap it down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bring the chest down. Exhale, press it up. Really try not to cave in through those shoulders here. Press out through those hands. Tap it down. Lift it up. Last 2. Almost there. Last one, lift the toes up, lower the chest down. Press it up, lower down. Press it up, keep the leg lifted. Inhale, come down. Exhale, press up. Let's stay here for 6. You guys keep moving. I'm having a little breather. Last 5. Inhale as you lower the chest. Exhale, press it up. 4. In 3, we're going to meet halfway down into that push-up. In 2. On this next one, can we come down? Can we come up half an inch? Down half an inch. Little pulses into our push-up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the toes down. We're going to press those toes into the mat, scoop through the belly, lift the left knee up to the chest. Gently lower it down. We scoop and lower. Beautiful, guys. Let's just find 6 of these. Here for 5, think about using that core to wrap that knee in towards the chest. For 4, switching over to the other side. In 3, 2. On our last one, can we lift up and hold? Little pulses of that knee in closer to the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower it down. Little cat-cow here if you need it. Little wriggle out through the shoulders. Maybe you want to sit up and roll through the shoulders, whatever feels good here for the body. Reset. All right, we're going to do everything again on the other side. So I'm going to turn this way, just because that way when I lay down to do the other side of my side lying glutes, I can face you. So again, we're going to start with that tricep push-up. So again, we bring the chest down. Inhale, exhale, press it up. Inhale, lower the chest down. Exhale, press it up. Let's just find 6 like this. Inhale, lower the chest down. Exhale, press all the way back up. Let's find 4 more. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press it up. Here for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Last 2. Remember, you can play with where you're lowering. Maybe you want to send the hips back and come down into that prayer push-up. It'll make it a little bit more gentle. Let's find 1 more. Lift all the way up. This time we're going to start with our left leg extended. We squeeze up, tap it down. Let's just find 6 like this. Squeeze it up, tap it down. Here for 5, for 4, 3, breathing through it, guys. Last 2, last 1, lift it up. We're going to bring ourselves down into that push-up, press all the way up, tap the toes down. Squeeze up into that glute. Stay strong through the core the whole time here, guys. Making sure as we lift that leg up, we're not dumping down into the lower back. Inhale, tap it down. Press it up, tap the toes down. Let's find 5 more like this. We lift the toes up. Come down into that push-up. Press it up, tap the toes down. For 3, lower down into that push-up. Press all the way back up, tap the toes down, squeeze the toes back up. Beautiful. Last two. We're going to find one more. Then we're keeping the toes up, just working through that push-up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press it up. 5. Here for 4. We're going to meet for those pulses in our push-up in 3. Almost there. Last 2. On our last one, can we come down into that push-up, little pulses through those arms. 5, 4, 3, 2. I probably look haunted with my hair right now. 1. Press it all the way up. Lower the left toes down. Scoop the right knee into the chest. Pike it up. Gently lower it down. Oh my days. Pike it up. Let's just find 6 here. Pike it up. Squeeze that knee into the chest. Gently lower. Pike. Squeeze. Let's just go 3 more. Last 2. Finding our last one, lift it up. Little pulses of that knee into the chest. Use that core to squeeze it in and in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower it down. So good, guys. All right, we're going to lay back down onto our side. This time we are laying down onto our right side again. You can come up onto that forearm, or you can lay down, whatever feels more comfortable for you. I'm going to rest my head into my hand because I'm out of breath. Knees are coming forward in line with the hips, ankles are in line with the knees. So I've got a 90-degree bend at our hips and behind our knees. That top left hand can come onto the hip. You can wrap that thumb around to the glute so that you can feel it engaging as we start to lift the leg up, controlling the leg back down. We lift the leg up. Lower it back down. Beautiful. Keep breathing through it. Lift and lower. You should feel that left glute switching on to lift up. Lift and lower. Beautiful, guys. Think about flexing through that left foot. Squeeze up into that glute. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Let's stay here for 4. Then we start to add on that leg extension. Now, even though we kind of have our waist resting, I want you to think about pressing that hip away from the ground to lift up through that sideways a little bit, active through the core. Next time we lift up, we're going to start to add that extension. We extend the leg long. We bend it back in, gently lower. Beautiful. Lift, extend, squeeze up the back of the leg into the glute. Bend the knee in, lower it down. Lift, extend, I can't talk anymore. Bend, gently lower. Let's stay here for 6. Extend, bend. Here for 5, lift, extend, bend, lower. 4, breathing through it. We lift, extend, squeeze that heel in line with the rest of the body, bend it in, lower down. Last 3, bend, lower. Oh my gosh, we've only got add-ons for a little bit. Last 2. On this next one, we're going to add on lift, extend. We're going to point the toes, sweep it forward, flex to sweep back. We bend the knee in, we lower down. Beautiful, guys. Lift, extend, point the toes, sweep forward, flex toes to press back. We bend the knee in, lower down. Let's stay here for 4. Breathing through it, extend, sweep, bend, lower. We lift the leg up, send it long, squeeze that heel away, point the toes to sweep. Flex to press it back. We bend the knee in, lower down. Let's find 2 more rounds like this. Lift, extend, point to toes, sweep forward. Flex, toes press back. We bring it in, lower it down. Last round with the lower. Lift, extend, point to toes, sweep forward. Flex toes, press it back. Bend the knee in, lower down. Little tap out if you need it. Then we're going to keep the leg lifted. We press, point to toes, sweep forward. Flex toes, press back. Bend it in. Extend, sweep, sweep it back. Bend it in. Holy moly. Extend. Point to toes, sweep forward. Flex toes, sweep back. Bend the knee in. Press it out. Let's stay here for 4. Breathing through it. Oh my days, my glute. for 3. Just those straight leg sweeps to finish. Little pulses. Last 2 like this, then just that straight leg sweep. Finding our last one, bend it in, press it out. On my days, just that sweep. Inhale, sweep forward, exhale, sweep it back. Keep it slow and controlled. Don't rush through it. Let's stay here for 5. So good, guys. 4. Oh my gosh, wait, I actually can't. 3. Keep moving for me. Let's go 2. Last one, sweep it forward, sweep it back. Hold little pulses. Maybe point the toes down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's roll onto our backs. We're going to hug the knees in, find a little rock side to side here. Just releasing through that glute. Then we're going to rock and roll ourselves all the way to standing up. I'm going to face you guys for this one. Last little set of class. We're going to come, you can go either side of your mat or you can face onto the sides. We're going to come nice and wide into a sumo squat position. Toes and knees are turning out into our external rotation. We're going to just start to squat it down, stand all the way up, squeeze. Inhale, squat it down. Exhale to press through those heels, stand it all the way up. Finding a squeeze up into the inner thighs as we stand. Inhale, squat it down. Exhale, squeeze it up. Let's just stay here for 6. Last little bit of class. 5, 4. Staying low in 3. My gosh, my hip cracking. Last 2. Last 1. We're going to squat it down. We stay low. We're going to start to peel our left heel off the mat. Gently, slowly lower it down. Right heel. Gently, slowly lower it down. We press it all the way up. We squat it down. We peel one heel up. Gently lower down. Other side. Gently lower down. Lift. Squat. Stay nice and low. Try not to let the hips move as we find our heel lifts. Press all the way up. Sit the bum down and back. If you're not feeling your inner thighs yet, you might need to turn your toes out a little bit further into that external rotation. You should really feel your inner thighs working it through those heel lifts, and as you squeeze at the top, you should feel like you're trying to squeeze your legs together. So imagine as we stand up, you're trying to drag your heels to each other, right? Let's just find 3 more rounds like this. Squat it down. We lift one heel, gently lower. Other side, gently lower, press it up. Almost there. Last 2 rounds like this. This is our last little burner of class, guys, so keep moving through it, try not to stop. Last one like this, we're going to press it up, we're going to squat it down. Stay low for me, and lift one side, lift the other. Oh my days. Almost there, last little bit of class. Let's stay here for 6. Can you guys get a little bit lower? We're going to stay here for 5, 4, really slow those lowers down. 3, 2, 1, lower down, left heel up, little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, gently lower, stay low, right heel comes up, little pulses. 5, 4, oh my days, 3, 2, 1, lower, stay low. Lift both heels up, little pulses, try to keep your balance. 5, can we get a bit deeper? Can we slow them down? 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my days. That's it. I'm just going to finish off with a roll down, stretch it out. Oh my days. And then you guys are all done. Big reach up to the ceiling, interlace those fingers. Find some extension, find a big deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. We're going to dive it forward. Hanging nice and heavy at the bottom here, starting to pedal through the legs. Maybe nodding the chin to chest, maybe rocking the head side to side, whatever feels good here. Bending one knee, then the other. Beautiful, guys. And we're just going to reach the fingertips up behind the back, interlace the fingers, and then sweep the hands back down. Just grabbing onto each elbow point, just rocking side to side here. Finding those big deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then coming through center, let the head hang heavy, let the arms reach down, soft bend through the knees. Big inhale through the nose. And then as we exhale, starting to restack the spine, bone by bone, curling all the way up to standing. At the top, big shoulder roll. You guys are all done. Amazing work. That was tough. Hope everyone has a beautiful day or night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you next time.